Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to search for newspaper articles using the Westlaw database. Westlaw is a legal research database that provides access to resources such as case law, state and federal legislation and law journals. It also includes an extensive range of newspaper titles. So let's have a look at how we can access these. First of all, from the library homepage, what we need to do is go to the e-resources and databases section and select W. If you scroll down the list, you'll see that there are a number of Westlaw options here. The one we're going to choose is Westlaw Classic because this gives you the most comprehensive listing of newspapers. Now, if you're accessing this from on campus, you may get a login screen at this point, but once you log in, you will see this screen here. And you can see that there is a news option, so we'll select that. And what you'll notice is that Westlaw provides news content from a number of different sources, not just newspapers, but journals, magazines, radio and television broadcasts, newswires. But since this is a tutorial on newspapers, what we'll do is we'll select the newspaper option. And you can see in the top section here that it lists a range of major newspaper titles. Now, Westlaw is an American database, so the major newspapers listed are American newspapers. But if we scroll down a little, you can choose to view newspapers from a particular US state. Or if we scroll down further, the bottom section, you can view newspapers from anywhere outside the US. Let's choose the Australia option. And you can see here that there is a huge range of Australian newspapers to choose from. You can either select a particular newspaper title by clicking on that title, or you can search a number of different titles by clicking the little box next to those titles. Let's just select one title in this case. I'm looking at the Newcastle Star, and what you will see is that it gives you the 10 most recent articles from that newspaper. But you can also use the search box at the top of the screen to search for a particular article or topic that you're interested in. Before we do that, let's have a look at another feature of Westlaw, which is this little icon just underneath the title. This gives you more information about the newspaper, such as the date range covered in the database, the frequency of the newspaper, and the area that it covers. So in this case, Newcastle Star is for Newcastle and New South Wales. But let's have a look at another title. Just going back to the list. So this is a more well-known title, the Australian Financial Review. And if we look at the information on this title, you'll see that it has the coverage range there, the frequency, tells you that this newspaper covers business and finance information for the whole of Australia. But it also gives you this note. Publisher has imposed a 3-day embargo on this publication. What this means is that for this particular title, you will not be able to view today's articles, only those from 3 days ago. Now, of course, that 3 days rolls forward with each new day. But let's now do a search. And let's say that I'm looking for news articles about investment in renewable energy. So what I'm going to do is type in as a phrase, that's what the quotation marks indicate, renewable energy. So I want these two words to appear together, not in separate parts of the document. So renewable energy with the Boolean operator and investment. And what you'll see in our search results here is that Westlaw automatically broadens a search to include other concepts that it thinks may be relevant to your search terms. Now you can stick with those if you like, but to specify the terms that you've actually entered, you'll just click here to use those precise terms. And we can see that we have a number of results there that mention investment and renewable energy. Let's have a look at one of those articles. And the thing to notice here is that what you get is the text only of the article. If there were any images, diagrams, graphs, anything like that, they're not included in the Westlaw database, only the text. And you can choose to print, email, or download a PDF copy of this article. And you can also do that, if we return to the list, you can also do that from the search results by selecting a number of articles and then emailing, printing, or downloading those. But let's have a look now at the advanced search option. And what you'll notice here, since we went from the basic search to the advanced search, it's carried over our terms. And we had renewable energy as a phrase. Let's pick that up with investment. So it's adding these two together. It also gives you an option to exclude terms. So let's say we want renewable energy but not solar. So not any of these terms. And we only want articles from the last 6 months. Our search string here has been modified according to those options that we've selected. When we select search, we get a much narrower range of search results. What I should also point out in the advanced search field is that it gives you a list here of the various Boolean operators that you can use in your search. So you can use the word and or just the ampersand symbol. You can specify that you want your search terms to appear in the same sentence, and all these other options here. So that's a quick introduction to Westlaw Classic and how to find newspaper articles in this database. If you have any other questions, please contact the library. There'll be contact details at the end of this video, or you'll find them on the library webpage.